first time on the panel. How did you find it?
Well, number one, we were a majority of ladies, so I think this was a big difference in comparison with other panels. I've been participating in a number of conferences, panels as a speaker and so on. And well, this is the first time, without asking, there was a majority of ladies, very senior ladies, in the panel. So I'm very pleased to start with about it. Senior ladies with a big deal of experience and really contributing with very interesting experiences about the financial world and how it's evolving, the changes that are being faced and so on. Okay, so I was very pleased, and of course the gentleman had a word to say as well, and extremely pertinent in many aspects. I think even the human aspects were covered because we were talking as well about our families, our kids, how this world is evolving and how our teenagers, are consider this new digital FinTech environment. And this is very interesting that you see all the colors. Let's put it, we talk about diversity, and this is diversity from all single angle. This is not about just gender diversity, but about different ages, cultures, etc., and horizons, okay, so even social horizons. And it was a very interesting part because this is what the world is about right now. If we are thinking we are getting global, we need to cover the whole society. And this was a very interesting point that was highlighted during all the panel discussion. Maybe something you were asking me if I could cover something was not. Well, maybe the most we could have talked about more revolutionary areas, domains, initial coin offering, for example, which is very much one of the hottest topics right now, and very much. Let's say the banking business is very much confronted with. I would say not just the banking business, I mean the society in general, and this is about as well regulatory policies and so on, and how in a way you can find out a balance in between innovation, something highly innovative, but at the same time protecting the interest of the investors, of individual investors. Maybe this could have been nice to talk about it, but of course, at the time given, we couldn't talk about everything. Okay.
And so, if there was one thing that you'll take away from the discussion today, what would that be?
A takeaway from the discussion is that the financial world is changing, and that is the client, the consumer, who is taking the control. And this is where we need to focus. Okay? What are the customer needs? Even the society is changing, the mentality and the behavior of the consumer is changing. So maybe in the future, the financial institutions, they would not have to consider about making mortgages or loans to buy a car, because maybe the consumer is not considering anymore to buy a car or to buy a house. This is already happening, in example, in Nordic countries, and this is going to reach the rest of our occidental world. And we need to be very conscious about it, and banks and financial institutions, fintechs, to be not just using innovation, but to realize and be aware that the world is changing and the needs and desires of the consumer are changing as well, and get the pace.
Victoria, it was a fascinating discussion.
Thank
Really
you so
enjoyed it.
much.
Thank you so much for being on the panel. We look forward to seeing you again at the FinTech Influencers.
Thank you.